Hi dear viewers, this is Arash Kamali with another session of the website programming course on the Python programming language and the Django framework. A very warm welcome from me. In the previous session we gave some explanations on Bootstrap and its different options. For those of you who are interested, you can do a more thorough research and get more information on it. A research that focuses on the details and different sections that help you design the interface of a website. But because as we said, we aren't going to focus on the details of website designing, so we would suffice to what we said, and now we are going to work with a ready-made HTML page that we have just downloaded. You can do the same thing and use this HTML page for practical purposes. For instance, I have chosen one of the initial pages like this one. I have chosen it for our project so that we can use it during the course. And at first this site looks like this, and it can be changed. It is a news website where we can change the logo, the menus, the bar. We can set some initial responses and the news categories. Each one, as you can see, shows a series of the last posts. Each one of the options that you see, the boxes, and there are three favorite ones here. It depends on how we want to design our website, and it's totally arbitrary. There are some categorizations such as entertainment, business on this initial frame, and it could show some categories on the first page, and we can use such boxes. It can show them to us like this, or for instance it could show them like the other options that we have here, which is in our control. We choose as we like and work with them as we intend to. This is the bottom of the page. There is a footer, which could be a brief text about us or other explanations, the categorizations with the number of posts for each category, and the last line would be the copyright statement. And for instance, I have downloaded such a format which was available for free. We want to right away use this format and make all the sections ready and dynamic. Now for instance, the post that I have here, or this one, or all the parts are static. They cannot be changed, but we want to make the parts such as this dynamic, so that whenever the admin wanted to change some of these tags or sections, he can do it easily. And the posts, okay, as you see here, can be changed by turning them into the dynamic form. That is, we want a zero website. Our default is a news site. We use a news website as our default framework, and contacting the admin, registration, sending posts are going to be different parts of this new website. Alright, at first, in order to make our website, what we need to do, I need to first start my site, make it run. Alright, I turn on my VNMB, I go to the address, let's say where my site has been set up, my project that is. Let's access to my project through this code, and let's get an ls here to get the list of the folders available on our project. Okay, yeah, I turn my VNMB, I enter project folder. Alright, that's it. Yep. Okay, and now we can access the project folder. Let's see. And as you see, my website is on now, and I can see it on the Explorer and have access to it. Alright, this used to be the first page, and later on we worked on a separate page for Bootstrap, and now this is the home page. I want to change it to this one so that when I enter the IP I will see this page, and gradually change this page from a static to dynamic. Okay, let's see. Let's make those changes. Let me open the editor first, the VS Code editor, and this is my VS Code with my project and the rest of the sections and folders available for me. The first thing I need to do, my frame has a few files as you see here, and there are a series of folders. Other than these, there are some other models, other colors, that's fine, but there are some folders such as CSS, font image, image preview, JavaScript, and vendors. These are folders that my frame needs to open in order. So what I need to do is to set these folders in my static one. We have talked about a static folder before. The folders that we use in the interface or the appearance of the website, these file and folders, they are set in the static folder. For instance, in the CSS folder, there are a series of files. In JavaScript, there are a series of files which have been imported inside it. So at first, what I do is that here I remove these folders, I cut them. I go to my project site, my web, my project, main app. In main app, we have made a static folder before. Now here one point needs to be mentioned, because I have two sections. One of them is the interface section that is available to the users, and one section is for the admin, which we control and write so that the files in each section do not interfere. I have two separate folders inside this project. I make a static file as well. One is called one is called back. The front files that are the user see on this home page will be set inside front, and the other one for the admin will be back end, and it will be set in the back folder. So we have made two folders, back and front. So these files are set inside a static and the front folder. This is the first part of our project, the first step. Then I need to go to my home. I had chosen home 2. I need to open it with text editor. Alright, and complete the whole code, finish it up, touch it up a little bit. Alright, in my project and template, I import my home page. Our home page used to be just a text. I erase that. I paste the news codes here and save them. The codes of our downloaded project will be replaced by the former simple text that we had. Now I refresh my website. Alright, as you see, we have run into a problem. My site does not work properly. Why? Because I think the main problem are the addresses. When you open your HTML files from a folder, the files have already been addressed that are next to it. Those files have been addressed. For instance, here it has address as fonts, another address CSS main, and that is CSS folder main CNS. Because they are next to each other, it easily detects it and then enters the main CSS. But when we enter this code in Django, it no longer follows this pattern and it will be a little confused. We need to set the others so that it knows where the files and folders are in a static folder and, for instance, front folder. So what I need to do is, as a matter of fact, that I need to change the addresses so that the system knows that the folders that it is looking for are not next to my HTML, but they are in my static and front folder, which we had said in front and next to the front folder. Okay, for the next session we are going to set up this part.